Hey folks, it's us here at the VGR Video Game Replay. This is Larry. I'm joined by CJ.
What's up in the building today? Below me is the big deal.
Dilf in the building. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, we're coming to you. We're gonna bring you our first impressions on the Nintendo Switch 2, which just got announced. So let's get on the hype of it. Do you guys watch the direct?
A little bit of it, a little bit of it.
Who didn't?
Yeah,
It's
there you
been all
go.
over the web.
So let's go then. Let's talk about it. Aidan, what's your first impressions of this thing? What do you think?
First impressions of it. Seeing the price tag, it's probably going to be a couple years after release, when I finally get around to buying it. But yeah, I mean, the games look sick. Other than the price tag, I mean, pretty sick games overall. Looks like it.
How about you, C? What do you got to say about this thing?
And I got different opinions here.
Okay.
I'm kind of worked
Speak
up about it personally. This is just, to me, the PlayStation Pro of a Switch. They're using technology that's like now cutting edge that was used on consoles that came out 6 years ago. That kind of pisses me off. They want to flex their 4K and their quality and the HDR. Guess who did that 4 or 5, 6 years ago? Xbox and PlayStation. So it's like, to me, this should have just been, instead of the OLED, they should have put out this. This should have been the OLED to me. The mouse function, classic Nintendo putting in some bullshit that they don't need, like the fucking old NES mouse. You don't need it. You need it for like what, one game? Probably what this is gonna be, or it's gonna put shitty mechanisms in games now to use that would have just been better without it. Yay, we got party chat in 2025 for the first time. Like, it's kind of, I'm kind of annoyed. It's like, it feels like they're late to the party and they want to sit here and flash their pro style controller with cooler clips. Yeah, the magnets is a good change, sure. But this shouldn't be, this is just going to be another Wii U situation, other than the fact the games might carry. To me, it's just like a glorified Nintendo Switch. Like, I mean, what are we waited this long for that?
Yeah,
And it's like,
I don't disagree fully. I was more talking about the games, like the games that I saw during the announcement, the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. The games look sick. Now, I don't know much about the technology, so I'm not gonna debate you on that because I don't really know. You know
that's
more than
fair.
me.
Well, we'll come back to that for here in a minute. Like I said, we got a whole section for that. I'm going to fight CJ a little bit on this idea. It to me, it's no difference than going from your Xbox One to your Xbox S. It's still going to pull your same kind of shit out of it. But it's an upgrade that Nintendo needs. They've pushed this thing to its end on the Switch. I think the reason they called it Switch 2 just makes it easier. They gave it the 2, so dumb parents like me aren't asking what the hell's a Switch U. I mean, those kind of
Yeah.
things. But I also think it's a bridge in between of this marketing that they want. They want to keep people on the Switch. There's 150 million users on the Switch. They don't want you to put that down. But if you got the money, the time, and these things that you wanted because you're a fanboy of Nintendo, Switch 2 is your answer. Which maybe it's a little more pro, but I think it's going to be a good system in its long run. But I also think we're at 2025. This thing will still be around in 10 years.
Oh, for sure. When did the
I
original
could
Switch
agree with
come
that.
out?
Was it 19? 18?
No,
I thought it
it's
was
like
No,
longer than
16 or
before
that.
that.
17.
16, yeah, I was gonna
I was gonna say
say.
because it's definitely due for a hardware upgrade for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it has been for a while. I think really, it's just they finally hit the time. They finally got enough. Got everything that they had in the launcher for the Switch to finally be done. I think it's time, but still, like I say, doesn't mean you put your Switch away. And I think they showed that in a couple of the little features there where you can share games and do that. I was impressed with
Mhm.
that.
That's nice.
Um,
I will agree with
but
that.
went back and watched it again though, and I was like, wait a second, it's only on select games and
Yeah.
all that. So I'm like, that may not work out as well. But either way, you said CJ, you brought up the idea of the Joy Cons and all that. The upgrade on that's fine. You didn't like the mouse thing. I mean, what else you got to say about the new Joy Con?
Honestly, I like apparently they're trying to fix the stick drift, which has noticeably been really bad with the Switch. So
They didn't
apparently,
say shit about it though. They didn't say one
yeah,
damn thing
right?
about that damn thing other than it's
Exactly.
bigger.
Yeah, no, 100%. And don't get me wrong, I think this is a great console and will be a great console. I'm more heated about the timing. I feel like this could have came out in 21 and I'd be a lot more satisfied with it. But I do kind of like the idea of the Joy-Con snapping in because me personally, one of the most annoying things, being that I play room to room more than anything, and when I'm charging, clipping them on and getting my whole dock, I do like the idea of just snapping them in kind of thing. I think I didn't realize how annoying it would be kind of as a Switch owner, but as much as I move it from TV to handheld, does get old pretty quick because I don't have a Pro controller, and to me, I'd rather use the Joy-Cons than another controller most of the time.
Mhm.
So I think the upgrade of the Joy Cons is nice. I like the size and stuff, even though I have baby hands. Probably more better for everybody else with normal size hands to get something that's not so itty bitty to them.
I don't disagree. How about you, A? I know you play yours a lot on handheld.
Yeah, I play mine a lot on handheld because I go to work. I work night shifts. I don't really do shit. It's watch movies or play the Switch pretty much. And yeah, I honestly don't know. I have a controller, a third party device like controller thing, not an actual pro, and it's held up pretty
Hmm.
well. I play it held, but I use a controller. I have a little stand that I play, just so that's how I like playing
Okay.
it. I haven't noticed a whole lot of stick drift, but I have heard a lot. Like even Larry, you were talking about how you got a couple pro controllers, and the stick drift has been pretty bad in that aspect, and I feel like there's a lot of this happening with faults happening in technology and especially in the past with PlayStation controllers and Xbox controllers. So you just turn
Hmm.
orange, ignore that. But it's but there's a lack of acknowledgement. People are like, oh, we got these new thumbsticks now. Okay, but are you not going to acknowledge the fact that you just charged me $60 for a controller and a couple months later it's almost unplayable? Like, can we have like an announcement and be like, okay, this is a big issue. I'm charging you these high end prices so you can play this game, and it's unusable in the next 6 months. So yeah, I definitely feel like they should have announced that. But it's good that they're trying to go at it at least.
I don't think that they would be dumb enough to acknowledge that we gave you a shitty controller on the Switch, but I would like to at least heard, a bigger, new, more durable Pro controller.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I
something
think
like
the
that.
Pro controller right now is an $80 controller,
Hmm.
Yeah,
and this son of a bitch, what they got put in it's gonna be $120, especially based off
yeah.
the price of everything that they got going on.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I can deal with a lot of that. I'm kind of interested in seeing how the new Joy Cons behave and work.
Hmm.
I don't have huge hands, but the Joy Cons do cramp me when I'm playing in handheld. So something a little bigger, I think, will probably go a long way. The 8-inch screen, it doesn't matter. I'm old enough to be blind. I can't see it anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
do like the kickstand. Massive improvement. Thank you.
yeah,
Yeah,
The
that's pretty
kickstand
that
was
sweet.
could
needed.
be.
Yeah, much needed, dude. That is nice.
Yeah, I think we've all gotten good at trying to figure out how to create one out of books or whatever we got available to
I
us.
actually,
Yeah.
I don't have it with me, but I have a little plastic stand I got off Amazon for like $4 that I actually sit it in at when I'm at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
put
Needed.
a
Yeah.
company out of business, man. Yeah, that's all they did. But let's talk about a couple of those new features that are coming on the controller. I know a big one that's come out there and been thrown around is the C button, which brings in all the
Yes.
group chat and all this was it 2018 technology they're gonna give us now.
Yes. Yes.
So,
uh, on the
um,
bright side, it was needed. You know what I mean? It's actually, I think it's funny when me and Aiden were playing Mario Kart that he allegedly didn't play. Um, we were just on FaceTime and we were both kind of bitching that it'd be a lot cooler if we could just be on like the Switch party kind of thing. Like it'd be more convenient to just do that.
yeah. I wonder if with that with this idea, and they made it sound like it because I think right now it's harder to find. Is it not harder to find people in your friend list to play games with? I knew it was like next to impossible
Yeah,
almost with whatever that all the little animals and all that shit everybody played during
Animal
COVID.
Crossing.
Yeah, it was a little harder to
Yeah,
find people. You had to get like numbers and groups and do all that stuff.
yeah.
So
You
hopefully that will get a
essentially
little
need
bit
a third
easier.
party to find. Yeah, no, for sure. I was about to say the same thing. As I hope that there is more of a like hell. Any of the games I do play online, I don't really know how to add people. It's more of like that friend code system, which is it's okay. I just feel like it doesn't work as well in the online world of 2025 that we have. I hope Discord hits Switch. I think it's probably going to now
Is it
that they have the features.
is it more of like an Xbox party feature or like a party chat feature?
I feel like it's almost like what we're doing, just it's all gonna be listed down across the bottom while you see your game on
Hmm.
top of it.
Like a Discord or Xbox party.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Um,
and I was gonna say they even have the webcam thing, the with the stand and everything. You know, the tallish webcam, like
oh fucking Nintendo selling me a goddamn
yeah.
Xbox Eye in 2025.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Gotta buy the Connect.
this technology is very old, but again, if it was a needed upgrade, then I can't. I'm not hating on them. The only thing that I want to say with the technology being, because this has similar technology to like an Xbox Series X or S, maybe even a little bit below that. But the Xbox Series S was $450 to $500, and the price in a time where computer parts were at an all-time high, where if you wanted to get a PC, it was $2,000, and now the
The
market
S was 300,
$300,
300
and this
new
is probably similar,
retail 300.
and this is probably similar technology, and this was in the highest hike of computer parts, and I want to say like what, like 4 years, 3 years later, we have technology similar to the S, but it's $200 more expensive in a time where computer parts are less expensive. So I mean, I feel like that's definitely I mean, it's classic Nintendo, is what I could say.
It is, and that's why I'm getting ready. I was getting ready to jump into Nintendo's notorious for their hardware being a generation behind almost, and I think
Hmm.
what they're doing is smart from a business aspect because they're letting Xbox and Sony build all this
Yep.
material and all this shit, and they're like, so somebody's building it somewhere. So like, hey, we want 100 million of those graphics cards you guys aren't using. Can we get a couple of those and 100
Yeah.
million of those little knobby things? Just send them over here. We're gonna take some of those off your hand.
Yeah. And they don't have to take the
And
risk either, you know, and mess up the next jump. You know, they can let Microsoft or Sony make that mistake and then be like, "Oh, I'm glad we didn't try to beat them to it." You know what I mean?
I do, but I think that's what leads Nintendo to be Nintendo, which the golden cow in this is going to be the games.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that's really going to come out of this, and they threw a shit ton of them out of here. So, in the idea of not spending an hour talking about games exclusively, we talked about this. We're just gonna run off a couple games. Let me know if you're hyped, you're not hyped, you got an opinion. Let's go it. But we're gonna kind of hit this in a rapid fire, and we're gonna start out with the big one that they came out firing with, which was Mario Kart World. Which I'm not a huge Mario Kart fan, but damn, this thing looks like it's gonna be here for 10 years too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're gonna pay for it. I saw as well. I think the opening price is $90, but it.
Well, that's for physical.
Oh,
You
for
get a digital,
physical.
it's only 80.
Oh, okay. Phew. That's that's in the clear then. But
It's a game
not.
changer. It's a game changer.
I haven't seen a whole lot of new stuff on it. I saw some gameplay. It looked pretty sick.
I like when they introduce new stuff to Mario Kart. It's no matter what, it's gonna be Mario Kart. So when you can figure out new ways to make it not just Mario Kart, kind of cool. I like the idea of where they're kind of bringing in the open worldness. You know, it says you can kind of just explore everything. Kind of cool. Interested on how well it does. I'm like interested in seeing it. I don't think I'm gonna love it, but I'm interested in seeing what that's like.
I think it's going to do like they did with 8 and or is it 9, whichever one's on the Switch, which was just a revamp of the one from fucking the Wii U. So a brand new Mario Kart with such an expansive world, this thing's just going to be ridiculous. But
Mhm.
also they introduced what was called Nintendo Switch Welcome Tour, which basically is supposed to be a tech demo slash guide. Looked like it could be cool. I'm just afraid they're going to make you charge $80 for a damn demo.
Yeah, for a
So
tutorial.
um, Survival Kids, no interest.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm with you.
Donkey Kong. I know you guys brought it up. I didn't even realize that there's a Donkey Kong Bonanza coming on this. Any thoughts?
It looked pretty sick. That was honestly one of the games that I thought looked really sick. It was like it was a 3D Donkey Kong. I mean, never done before. Donkey Kong was getting some love. It definitely piqued my intrigue.
I think it looks cool. And I think it looks clean, and I think with the 4K and the HDR quality, it's gonna probably play really well. You don't see a lot of platformers at that quality. I think it looks pretty good.
Might be a big one. Who knows? Drag X Drive. I have no idea what the hell that one. Doesn't stick at all. Um, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment. I'm a little hyped for this. I didn't get into much Hyrule Warriors, but it's basically was it Dynasty Warriors with Zelda characters. And
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the one for what happened to get to the Tears of the Kingdom. So I mean, don't get me wrong. At some point, I'll own it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems interesting. I think it's something I could give a try.
Hey Aiden, I hear you're putting out a new game, Kirby Air Riders. How's that going for you?
Put in a new game. I never played the original Kirby Air Rider. I'm a bit of a Nintendo noob when it comes to all those games previously. But I mean, from what I've heard and the videos I've watched, people are super psyched about it. Who's the creator? I think it's a Japanese creator. Starts with an
That's
S,
good.
maybe.
Good guess.
It starts with an S.
Good guess.
Sakamura or something.
Yeah,
Something.
I believe so. Yeah, it's
But people were stoked about that. I haven't played it before, but I mean, I like a good Kirby game.
it
Same.
looks like
Yeah.
it could be good. Yeah, I'm really with you on that. They put a lot of time in this one called Dusk Bloods. I don't know if this is new. If this is something. It's from software too. I think, wasn't it?
Yep, it's the new Nintendo Switch 2
Souls game.
exclusive FromSoft game. I believe it's going to be a little bit new. I mean, it looks sick, obviously, from a massive Elden Ring fan. It
Yeah.
looks sick. It's a Switch 2 exclusive. I believe there's going to be some PvP in it, which is interesting. There was a little bit in Elden Ring, but I heard this is going to be a little bit more PvP forward, and I mean, I I think it's going to be really sick.
Sounds cool.
Well, I mean, from doesn't let down from what I gather at this point. Um, this next little group of titles here, I think it's going to be just a quick hit in this. We'll just jump this way. I'll say what it is. Aiden, you kick in next. CJ, you come in next. Because honestly, I don't think there's anything really new here outside of maybe some remakes and all that. But Arcade Archives, Ridge Racer 2, Arcade Archives 2, Ridge Racer, racing game. Not interested.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
same.
same.
Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster. Final Fantasy Temu Edition. I don't know.
Yeah, no opinion.
Cyberpunk
Yeah.
2077 Ultimate Edition. So apparently they got it fixed. They're gonna bring it to the Switch. I don't know.
I heard they fixed a lot of Cyberpunk. I heard Cyberpunk is actually really good now, but I have no
I
idea.
have too. I just think that's all they've done is just we got it finally situated and we're gonna bring it to the Switch. Which I'm
Yeah.
like, cool. I can get on GOG for $10. We're good.
I am interested.
Um,
Before you go on the next one, I'm interested because that is a very graphics intensive game from what I've seen. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to
I'm
see,
wondering how
like
that does.
even on PC with like kind of upper end PCs, you cannot play it on ultra settings. So I'm
really.
interested. Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll test the system with that. Um, I don't know if it's a spiritual successor or just something related to something we played a little bit ago. But the Delta Rune, which is I don't know if it's a follow up to help me out here, CJ's game from the thing.
Gargoyle's Quest.
No. The last extra we did.
Oh,
The
Undertale.
little
Yes.
yes.
I did hear about that. I'm out.
Okay.
I don't know much
I mean,
about
like
it
I
to
say,
be honest.
it's all 4 chapters of it, and I guess it's expanded on the world and the universe of it. Fast Fusion, never heard of it. Oh well, the best game's gonna sell all kinds of these is Fortnite. I mean, nobody's ever played that before, right?
Pretty sure that's on the original Switch already. I played it
Yeah,
before
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
yeah. My
It's
nephew
shitty
plays it on there
on the
too.
Switch.
It's pretty much just saying
Uh,
it's coming to Switch 2 as well. It's pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah. Spend your money here. We're good. Hitman World of Assassination. I never gotten Hitman, so here or there.
I have no opinion. I've
Yeah.
never played a single Hitman game.
Hogwarts Legacy, same thing. Never played it. Don't care.
It's already out on Switch. Says play like never before because you can use the mouse. Like I said, just implementing bullshit mechanics for things that aren't really needed. But
Yeah, just make it that. I'm gonna say this wrong. Kunitsu Gami, Path of the Goddess. It looked like a fancy Japanese RPG. Not interested.
I'm good.
Nobunga's Ambition Awakening Complete Edition. Nintendo just released the Nobunga collection from the Super Nintendo on their online play system, and those games are so hard to fucking put together that I don't get it. Somebody's got to explain it to me. So,
Fair.
something in the world that CJ would like is Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S. Basically, the puzzle drop game. Oh, wow.
Dude,
Settle down now,
anytime you can
buddy.
upgrade Tetris, dude, I'm here for it. Still play the classics.
Looks like we're gonna jump into a couple of computer games and things that are elsewhere. Rune Factory, Garden of Azuma. Never heard of it. Sid Meier's Civilization, computer game. Split Fiction. I faintly remember some of that on there, but doesn't jump
Supposed to
out
be
at me.
good. It's one of those things I'd rather play on the console though, or on a different console, to tell you the truth.
Street Fighter 6. I have not played a good Street Fighter in years, so I got no opinions there.
Yeah.
Again, just to throw out here, I'm going to jump through this. We're getting short on time. Of course, the one thing we got to talk about, there's a Hollow Knight Silk Song, which I think that's just a what? Is that like a DLC, Aiden?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a whole new game, but I don't
Okay.
think it's not Switch exclusive. I believe it's coming out on PC as well. It's just pretty much saying people are hyped about it, saying this game's coming out. Everyone's hyped about it. It's going to be on Switch too as well.
The
Okay.
GameCube stuff is interesting though. They're adding on to the
Yeah,
the
that
old
looked really
collection
interesting.
of systems.
That one's pretty hyped for me too, because there's a couple things in there I would love to have, but I don't think that I'm gonna luck out and get to them anytime soon.
The
Um,
Pokemon Stadium games are hitting on it apparently, which is huge. I mean, just getting a copy of Pokemon Stadium. Sorry, getting a copy of Gale of Darkness alone right now is upwards of $100. So that's really exciting for probably a lot of people.
well, jumping through this list, right? Say real quick. We're gonna mention this because we love Aiden. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition 9 for the Switch, so now he can play it on the shitter. Um, and I think I'm interested in this gimmick. Daemon X Machina. I know how to say it right, but Titanic Scion might be a seller for me. I'm sure I'll be able to get on PC by next year either way. But I think one of the bigger sellers that's going to be for this is all the Nintendo Switch 2 versions. I don't know if you're going to call them upgrades, DLC attached to them. It's kind of gimmicky, but I think it's going to give more life to some of the games that you got. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. It feels gimmicky. It feels I can't hate them for it. Xbox and PlayStation did the same thing. At least I think PlayStation did. I know Xbox did. You can buy even now on the series. You can buy the Xbox One edition or the Xbox Series SX edition. The revamped graphics, and at least from my experience with that, they do look better. It does feel better to play. So, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, think about a game that you liked playing now and looks better. You know what I mean? Plays smoother, looks better. I'm here for it.
I did see
It's
something
fun.
where you're going to have to the upgrade. If you already have the game, you're still going to have to buy the upgrade, which is
Oh yeah,
which
yeah.
is a
Well,
little lame. It's like if you
Xbox
got
did it too.
Xbox did it too, which I mean I can't hate it, but it's kind of like I don't get the point if somebody already played a game on the first Switch. I don't think they're gonna buy the whole new game just to play better graphics for revitalized version on the Switch too. So, but I mean, probably has its
I think it's
audiences.
yeah, low on my priority
Nintendo,
list, but maybe kind of thing.
Nintendo's high on this DLC thing. They need to catch up and sell
Yeah.
you, 10 more minutes of game for $20. But
Are
hey,
you sure
folks, that's
EA
all the
didn't
time
make
we.
this? EA made this console.
Yeah, you said EA, sorry, but that was the most half-assed things like Madden coming soon, 2K also. No, nothing else, just coming. You can spend your money here. But like I say, that's all we have on that really, folks. We just wanted to drop our opinions and see what we thought about this. Hopefully, you guys got some opinions. Let us know in the comments below. This is exclusive to YouTube, so we're gonna see what you guys got to say about it. But other than that, you guys got nothing else?
$90 games going forward for everybody. Yay!
It's gonna get worse now that Nintendo's unlocked it. The
Yep.
$100 game is around the corner. But either
Yep.
way, we thank you guys for watching. We are Video Game Replays. Catch our podcast out every Friday. Peace.
Later, guys.
Peace.